Hi, this is Wishop, and this is a reading that I think is kind of for the lunar eclipse and the period that follows. As you may know, eclipse seasons have effects that can last up to 6 months, so you may feel them in the days near the eclipse intensely, but they unroll longer term effects. So anyway, I tried to do this reading yesterday and it kind of didn't really work and it irritated me. So now we'll see if today the cards want to stop telling me no. I'm in a bit of a mood. They might be in a bit of a mood. We're going to see. But I am looking for a reading on luck, actually, specifically. I would like to know areas that will be productive to focus on and maybe currents or tides that we want to steer away from. So we'll see what we get. I've got the Gypsy Witch fortune telling cards. We have the Skeletaro on the bottom by Stephanie Mayton. And we have the Retro Lenormand by Alexander Musrick. So here we go. Just all right. You know what? I'm going to start on the bottom. Okay. I'm a flipper. Okay. Knight of Pentacles. I like it. This is the Seven of Swords. Oh, and the Lovers in reverse. Okay. Let me just show you this upright because it's cool. I like the way she did these illustrations. So note these lovers are sitting in the moon. Okay, so we have the Knight of Pentacles, who is, in this deck, very clearly you can see the association with the farmer among the various classes of people represented in the rider weight, for example. So here is the reliable farmer, and notice there is a circle being walked. It's not just from one side to the other, but actually walking in a circle, following the cycles of the planting year, the cycles of the sun, of the boom and bust. And this is the central card in the tarot. So this always talks about reliable, ongoing effort, diligence, and ethics. And here we have the Seven of Swords, which, let's look at it this way, with this long hood. And this is often seen as a sneaky character. When I see this card in reverse, one of my quick meanings for it is you can't get away with it. You're not pulling it off. It's not working. Or somebody else's strategy, tactics, like super quick flim flam is not working. And here are the Lovers. The Lovers is also card. Here's one of them losing his or her head for the other one. So you can lose your head in love. But the Lovers is also a card of Gemini, so it's a card of the twins. It can be a card of the mental realm. It can be a card of choices. So here, what it's saying to me is that it's not lucky right now to try to keep optimizing and re-optimizing what you're doing, trying to maybe take shortcuts or whittle things off. Now is the time to commit to this path you're on, this circle that you're making, and see it all the way around. Like if you think of it like a clock, and it's something that takes 24 hours or an hour or a week, like take it through the cycle. Like let it run the cycle and see what grows. Go from harvest to harvest. I was recently reading in a book, a guy was telling a story that his father, who was a farmer, was pointing out to him that nature renewed the crops every year. And to the kid, it was a great message, because the message was, we don't have to worry. There's going to be another crop next year. There's going to be another harvest. Nature will continue to cycle again. Now, some years might be better, some years might be leaner, but that renewal always comes. So the idea, I think, here is that renewal is coming in some way by sticking to what you've started. So let's see what you've started. We've got the moon. This one's interesting because she has a musical instrument, and it almost looks like she's holding off the moon, like, get out of my face. And here is the fox. Okay. So Lenormand is very good for practical affairs. And in fact, I think of both of these as job cards. So this can be a card of one's divine path. You kind of have to be nimble to find it. You have to be resourceful, but it's going to be your own path, and nobody can chart it for you, right? The path of the fox is going to be his own clever, zigzaggy way through things. Nobody can define exactly what it'll look like. And here we have the moon, which can be a card of reputation and of images, and also of career. So to me, the idea here is that you may be in the beginning of a self-defined career or a new divine path, something that feels like a vocation, something that feels it feels like something you're meant to do, and maybe something you're uniquely qualified to do. And there's a sense here, you know how I said the cards were telling me no, and I got irritated and I decided to just keep saying yes. I feel like here she is with her instrument, and maybe she's playing her tune, and the moon is like, you know, that's not the greatest, you know, because the moon card can have to do with impressions, reputation, recognition, your image. So maybe there's a feeling like, oh, your image isn't what you wanted it to be. And she looks sort of distressed, but at the same time, she's also like, talk to the hand, like, leave me alone. I don't know. I feel the sense when I see the fox, which has a great deal of resourcefulness and initiative, like self-direction, and then I see this card, and it's almost like they're going two different directions. To me, this doesn't mean that you're necessarily split in terms of your desires and loyalty. What I'm seeing is more like, if you see an obstacle this way, you're zigging that way. If you're not getting a good reception this way, you're, you know, brushing it off and going that way. Like, I feel in some way you're determined to do what you're doing, and you're going to run your race. You're going to run your race, and you're not worried about other people's tactics or other people's choices, or even whether other people are in love with your idea. You know, are other people in love with what you're doing? Is the impression of everybody that it's fantastic? Maybe not immediately. The other thing I should point to in a strictly nuts and bolts way is this can also do with careers having to do with making impressions or the creative arts. So this could be the kind of gig where you are doing freelance work as an artist, for example, or freelance promotion type work. Or maybe you've got it as a kind of like a side hustle. Sometimes the fox type positions can be your side hustle. And so you could be moonlighting, if you see what I mean. So you could have a moonlight job. This could be something that you're doing at night, some sort of resourceful, clever, sly little thing you can do at night. I feel like if you're trying to be sneaky about it, you may not get away with it. You may not get away with it because this card's in the reverse. But I feel like what is wanted here is actually a declaration, a choice. Like, yeah, I'm moonlighting and picking up extra work, DJing, something like that. It could be something in the creative arts, but it could really be any kind of career. So this could be any kind of side work. So I'm picking up extra stuff, and that's what I'm doing. And don't try to talk me out of doing it, because I'm doing my thing, and I'm going to see where it gets me. So you may have to come clean, so to speak, about what your choice is, but then follow it through. Following it through looks like the best thing. So let's get the Gypsy card and see where we land. Ship. Okay, I like this because the ship, see this, the symbol of riches, and when near indicates wealth by inheritance or trade. It also foretells a voyage, and you will notice that the ship is also the 9 of hearts, which in playing cartomancy is the wish card. So it's number 16, which adds up to lucky number 7. So we've got this idea. The ship is also a job card in Lenormand. When you see ships, you think about trade, commerce, jobs. So it looks to me like you are defining a new job for yourself. And the only thing that's a potential holdup for it in terms of luck that I see is if you're trying to be maybe sneaky about it and not really come clean. It looks here like what you want to do is just come clean, make it clear. This is what I'm doing. It's kind of like if you were sailing a transatlantic voyage, you wouldn't be able to get away with that without someone noticing. And in fact, you want them to notice because you want them to hire you or to, use you for transit. This is a wish that it's okay to make known. And where are we here? This is the 8 of hearts, and this is the 9 of clubs. Well, what I like about this is, for me, the 9 of clubs is also potentially a winner's circle card. It can be a card like you've been in the horse race and now you are in the winner's circle. For me, the 8 of hearts can be a card of consensus opinion. So it can be consensus opinion like the 8 of cups that you need to leave behind in order to blaze your own trail, or it can be that you find your tribe and you're happy campers. In this case, it looks like you're blazing your own trail because we've got the fox, we've got the Knight of Pentacles, we don't have the lovers, so we're not necessarily trying to please everybody with our choices. We may have to kind of take off on our own, but we're not going to do it sneakily. We're going to do it ethically. We're just going to come out and say, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. And it's going to be great because I'm going to see it through. So to me, it looks like the best luck is whatever it is that you're already doing. Don't be sneaky about it. You might have to do it as a side hustle, but it doesn't mean you have to be sneaky, because you may have good luck and build up your business by letting more people know about it. And that will help you reap the rewards, reap the harvest that you are working for. So I'm not sure in what area that might apply. To me, it's got a very strong sort of career initiative or some kind of big project. It could be something else you're doing, like, maybe you're going to sell your home, or, you know, some other large project that you might undertake. But I don't know, it looks good so far. As long as you stick to your guns, make it clear what you're doing, it looks like your ships will come in. So anyway, I hope you found that interesting. And until next time, rock on with your bad selves.